Hey, you know what I like to do in my free time?
What?
Grab a blanket and wrap up in it and get a good book.
Our story begins at the end of its previous chapter.
Florida State rules the BCS.
Florida State has still not lost a football game, but the Seminoles have lost the confidence of many outside of Tallahassee. Too many close calls.
Not able to seal the deal against the Seminoles. Many have tried, no one has succeeded in this win streak.
And too many questions.
Jameis Winston is accused of ripping off a supermarket for $32 worth of crab legs and crawfish.
Jameis Winston will not play in Saturday's game.
Winston's latest offense, screaming out an obscenity in the student union.
The punishment was there. We'll move on, and he's got to learn.
So Florida State's not the feel-good story in our story. So what? If you're a Seminole fan, you have to be thinking, we played at the Rose Bowl last year, won a national title, still haven't been beaten, and still have our Heisman-winning quarterback under center. So do we, quack the Ducks of Oregon. The next chapter in the Webfooters' quest for a first-ever football title begins against the reigning champions. Oregon wins best uniform combinations, no question. The sharp-dressed Ducks are also familiar with the Rose Bowl. Won the Granddaddy not that long ago.
The trophy will go north to Eugene, Oregon.
Beat the Bruins on the Rose Turf earlier this season.
Waiting for the snap, got it, and he keeps it, fumbled it, trying to pick it up, and he does, and he'll run it in for a touchdown!
Look past the swoosh if need be. Instead, focus on this kid. His Heisman speech was so real, so raw. That's really him.
Thank you for sacrificing and providing me and Matt every opportunity we could ever have. Words can't express how much you guys mean to me.
This is really him, too. His story is already historic. Their story has yet to be written. There's too much history in Columbus to think of Ohio State as Cinderfellas in a football fairy tale. There's too much Buckeyes at the end of the season to leave them out of our story.
12 gauge, baby! Cardell Jones and Devin Smith doing it again!
I don't think there's any doubt we're one of the top 4 teams in America.
When auditioning for their spot in the first college football playoff, on behalf of the band, the Buckeyes passed and ran and did pretty much whatever they wanted. They did all this and that with the star quarterback's understudy's understudy. Understand? So he's now the guy behind the guy behind the guy. Clearly it's up to the other guys to carry the Ohio State.
Zeke Elliott zipping to the end zone.
Devin Smith will high step into the end zone.
Gordon lost it! Bloodthirsty!
The 4 seed in the playoff story, the Buckeyes now with the look of a title contender. They should be loose. Heck, when you're an afterthought, you have less to lose. The team with the most at stake rounds out our 4th and final chapter. Alabama doesn't just represent all things Tide. It represents an entire nation, the SEC nation. Playing for its 4th national title in 6 seasons, this Bama club was tested.
Picked off. What a play by Landon Collins. Alabama in overtime.
Just 1 miss on the schedule.
It is the first time Ole Miss has ever defeated a top-ranked team.
Now the Tide is acting like a can't miss.
Number 1 Alabama has punched its crimson ticket to the new 4-team playoff.
Who wants to butt heads with him? What about this guy? Yep, that guy has turned this guy into a guy who went from nowhere and nobody to somebody who can take this team to the top. College football's top 4 in a first ever playoff. Oh, reads like a bestseller.
Listen, that was a fun piece to do. Tyler Dimich, Jess Young, they did all the...
Neil Everett.
No, they did the heavy lifting, man.
What?
Oh, who is that? What is that?
I was like, oh, I just peed a little bit. That's awesome.
Hey, man, hold up, homie.
All right, you got me.
I feel like I just got off the treadmill.
Demarcus Boogie Cousins, and you're watching Sports Center.
In a world where pitching reigns supreme, and in a city where the spotlight shines bright,
The best pitcher in baseball at his absolute best.
one arm rises above the rest.
The greatness of Clayton Kershaw shown off yet again.
A two-time Cy Young winner could do something he's only done once before.